Mike O'Mara, Radio Entertainment. You can listen to The Mike O'Mara Show at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Let's get started.
It's The Mike O'Mara Show with Mike O'Mara, Oscar Santana, and Robb Spewak. Now, here's Mike.
I think these are last week's cities. I don't think I printed up the new cities that Robb sent me. So I'm sorry. I forgot.
That's all right.
It's been an interesting 24 hours on the Mike O'Mara Show. Welcome to the show. Last week it was Osaka, Japan, Oblong, Illinois, Cabot, Vermont, Osage City, Kansas, Mustang Ridge, Texas, Donostia, San Sebastian in Spain. And this week, I'll get it for you in just a second here.
All right.
And then we'll tell you all about what's been going on. It's been a very, very interesting week or so, last week and going into this week. And we're going to tell you all about it. And there we go. Let's say hi to our new cities this week. Chile, New York, Ohio City, Ohio, Riverside County, California, Sismiut, Greenland, Chiyoda-ku, Tokyo, Japan, and Chef Chaouen, Morocco. Did it sound close?
I think they're all right, yeah.
All right. Welcome to the Mike O'Mara Show. And we were supposed to be back yesterday after a wonderful goodbye to our friend Mark Riddell. And we were going to come in here yesterday and tell you about how wonderful the service was. And for those of you that are listeners to this show and made the effort to come by, some of our old friends and regular friends that did that, and Mark would have appreciated that.
Very much.
And I think I really wanted just to say this about his daughters, Sammy and Rachel, two tremendously impressive young ladies dealing with such a difficult time, and I was so proud of them, and I think everybody in the room was, how they did. Those sweet young girls that shouldn't be having to deal with this, but they did, and they did a great job, and it was a beautiful service and a beautiful send-off for Mark Riddell. And really, it was just nice to see so many good friends that showed up to celebrate Mark's life, and we'll get to the travel required by some of us, which was relatively smooth, except for one factor that I'll tell you all about later on. But we were going to come in yesterday, and we were going to tell you all about that. And then I think about 8:30 or so, my show prep was all done. I'd hopped out of the shower, and suddenly I see a lot of people blowing up my phone line. And, well, what happened yesterday is that a guy that just hasn't had enough go wrong with his life, Mr. Robb Spewak, was winging his way to the studio, and he was on a little slab of highway called the Dulles Access Road, and we were informed that there was an accidento, a bad accidento, and that's really all I've got. I'll let you take it from here, and then we'll analyze the whole. But you're alive.
I'm alive. I'm okay.
You're feeling okay. You were scanned. You were checked out. You were protocoled. And you're here.
The doctor said you're going to be
in a cataclysmic depression, but that's okay. We can work around that.
The doctor said you're going to be really sore tomorrow. I said, okay, and the doctor was right. So I hurt from what happened, but...
Well, why don't you tell us first what happened, and then we'll get into your soreness.
So
this is why I wanted to have the pre-show meeting, because I knew that was going to happen.
Well, no, I mean, you talked about the scan. That's the only thing that happened.
And concussion protocol.
Yeah, which is concluded now. It was supposed to be 24 hours.
But based on what I know now that I'll let you tell us, you may be lucky to be here.
I am very lucky to be here.
Tell us the story. What happened, Robb?
So
I know you were in a car accident.
Okay. I was driving into work on the pre-mentioned road, the Dulles Toll Road, and as you know, it's been a week, and I kind of just zoned out. I don't remember exactly what happened leading up to the accident. And this is really, it makes me feel stupid. It makes me feel apologetic. It makes me feel very blessed how it turned out because it could have been a lot worse. But I sort of realized what was going on. I think I mashed down on the gas instead of the brake. I clipped a guy in front of me. My car flipped. I ended up upside down on the middle of 3 lanes of traffic. My airbags deployed, windows shattered. I was hanging upside down in the car by my seatbelt. And
That's sorry for the laughter, but that's the first image that I'm picturing you hanging. You said you were very well supported in your Subaru.
my God, I'm going to send
Car that I was in the day before.
I'm going to send a dozen of muffins in a basket to Subaru because it was so amazingly
Great company.
The way
Great
it
car.
handled that wreck was
Great car.
insane. You come to a stop and you're hanging literally upside down. It's like
Does your
it's like
face
a ro-
resemble John Belushi in the movie Animal House when he falls on the ladder?
Yes, exactly.
Like
Yeah, because you're trying to figure out exactly what just happened. And then the first memory I have is my car radio saying, "Hello, this is Subaru. There's been an accident. Are you okay?" I mean, seriously, dust was still in the air when the Subaru service.
Yeah, the SOS.
Yeah, it was
cool.
It automatic.
Yeah.
And I said,
So it's true what those commercials say. They really
Absolutely.
do.
Where did the car land? In a ditch?
No,
No, in the middle of the road.
3 lanes of traffic.
Oh my God!
And I said,
It's like F1 racing.
By the way, so you were heading eastbound.
yes, I was almost to Tyson's Corner.
What was traffic like?
So I'm sure. Can I just say on behalf of
Yes.
all the commuters yesterday,
I was that guy.
you were the
Well, I'm surprised you didn't get struck by a car.
When I told Carrie Carrie was amazingly the first call I made, and she said, "Did you call Oscar?" I said, "Gonna call him next." But
Can I tell you this?
Yeah.
Can I ask you this?
Yeah.
When you called Carrie, were you upside down?
No, I had gotten out of
Okay.
the car at that point.
Did your phone fell or something like that? When
What do you mean?
so where'd your cell phone go?
Yeah, if you're
I mean,
upside
obviously,
down.
The
I would
phone was
assume-
the phone was hanging because it is a wired connection that I
Oh,
plugged
so you
into.
were connected.
Got
You
it.
were
Yeah.
connected.
Got it.
So
Okay.
got out of the car. The first thing after I said Subaru, I'm getting out of the car. I think I'm okay. And they said,
Wow.
"All right, let
So-
us know."
You don't remember.
Crawling out of the car?
No, I do remember
no,
that.
You. Your first memory is.
The hit.
I want to figure out when you were aware of what happened, how it happened. Do you have any memory of the car rolling?
Yes, I remember seeing the impact happen.
Oh, so
if that
you're-
makes
okay.
any sense at all.
But
I
you
mean,
don't remember exactly
leading
how
up
it
to it.
happened.
No.
Do you remember? Were you able to submit your Wordle guess?
I don't Wordle anymore, and I was not.
Oscar's theory was that you were playing Wordle.
I'm not. I don't do that in the car.
I just thought Wordle was the best option.
It's pretty good. Pretty
if you're
good.
building a comedy pyramid, because like how you go from Wordle, which is one of the most boring games
Right,
known
right.
to man. Well, yeah.
And by the way, I just want to say I want to stab with knitting needles.
Yes.
Anyone that puts their results of Wordle up.
It's not
still
cool anymore.
to this
It's
day.
not
It's
cool
over.
anymore. No.
It was never.
Yes.
It was never cool.
so I was like, if he
It
was
was
playing
a thing
Wordle,
a year ago, though. Yeah.
then flipped his car, that screams Spewak.
Right, but it wasn't. The phone.
Didn't.
I was just driving and listening to a podcast.
Ooh,
And I will sue that podcast now. But no,
Was it ours?
It was
it
not.
is a litigious society.
It was not yours.
Would you like to give them a plug?
yeah,
Who
give
you were
him
listening
Comedy
to?
Bang Bang,
Comedy Bang Bang.
and then you went Bang Bang,
and I went Comedy Bang Roll.
All right.
So I told Subaru.
Did it when you said it flipped? It didn't roll. It flipped. So it just flipped on its roof.
Right.
It didn't roll once, twice.
No.
flip on its roof.
No. It turned, and I believe I turned on the driver's side, so it would have been a counterclockwise
it's like
roll.
a George Foreman grill closing.
Yeah, precisely.
Yeah, but that's good, right? Good that you rolled on that side as opposed
Was it
to
a
your
slow
side.
motion roll or a violent roll?
It was in regular time.
Oh,
People
wow.
say that stuff like that happens in slow motion.
Yeah.
It was in regular time, but if this is another thing that's going to seem almost contradictory, it seemed to take forever. It was. I
That's
was
adrenaline.
aware of everything
That's
that was
awesome.
going on.
Not awesome.
And
It's
I
awesome
saw-
you recall that in that way.
And
So,
I saw the
do you think
airbag
it was-
go around me.
Whoa!
Yeah, I mean, I got front and side airbags go. It was
Wow.
Do you think
crazy.
was it impact immediate
Yes.
flip?
Yeah, I think so.
So you clipped it and flipped like
Yeah.
you'd see in a movie.
Exactly.
like a stunt driver.
And so,
Well, you know, when you see those stunts they do
Yeah.
for like a rolling car,
Yeah.
they'll give the ramp that you hit that ramp. So what did that car in front of you?
Served
what
as
was
my
the
ramp.
car? What type of car was the car you hit?
it was an Oldsmobile Buick. It was a fleet car, actually. You know, it was a guy. He was so cool about it. Kerry, I was whisked out of there so
What,
quickly.
he was a professional driver?
He was like I guess he was like a sales guy, because they said this car is one of a fleet. Company car.
Yeah.
This is a bit of a side note. I was whisked out of there so quickly, I didn't even exchange insurance information. The cops took my card and sent me on my way in the ambulance. And Carrie, just by coincidence, when she went to the wrecker yard, which is another beautiful place to go, to get personal effects out of the car, the guy in front of her was the guy in the wreck. And that's the only reason she got a chance to talk to him. That they got there at the same time.
Was he also listening to Comedy Bang Bang?
He was not listening to Comedy Bang Bang.
podcast. Big podcast.
Laughed his axle off. He had a
But
cracked
it's good
axle.
that you were. Here's the positive.
Yes.
Because Carla spoke to your wife yesterday.
Yeah.
And I know that you're sad, and I know that you're feeling sorry for yourself, because it's a hell of a triple threat. You had your aunt, then you had your buddy Mark that we all lost, and then you have the accident. So
Right.
who wouldn't be in a bit of a funk when that happens? But I am gratified to know that with all the Mark stuff, you were still managing to listen to something funny, and that's a
Gotta
positive.
try to, yeah.
And then I'm here today. If I had a beer bottle like Belushi in Animal House again,
Yes.
I'd crack it over my head to
I
go.
appreciate
Because
it.
I know you're feeling sad. But this is a place where we're going to do everything we can to lift Robb Spewak up today.
I just
can't
being
guarantee
here,
that.
I know. Well, Oscar will be useless.
I have
but,
questions.
The thing is that
I won't let him pick on you.
I
today.
don't feel as sad as I do
Embarrassed.
and
you should be.
stupid.
You
And-
got in an accident on this, Oscar.
You're
I'm
costing
going
your
to
family
ask
money.
for kindness
The premium's
today.
gonna skyrocket.
Should be.
You got to get a new car.
He's horrible.
Well,
He's horrible.
But you know what? I want the exact same car, but I don't want it to be a bad luck car, because this was, Oscar, we've discussed this, bad luck car.
Spewak.
What?
As Pony said yesterday.
What?
We
I
should-
gotta go?
No, we should make. This is before he just left.
Yes.
With total disregard to the show.
Yes.
He said, let's go through all of Robb's cars and accidents. Were they caused by him, or were they tangential to him?
Right.
So we went through the Tahoe
Right.
that you burnt down.
No, I didn't burn down the Tahoe. I burned down the Chrysler.
Okay, you burnt
Chrysler
down
300.
Yes.
Yeah. Mhm.
And
Which was a car he never should have purchased.
what happened to the Tahoe?
The Tahoe it died because it had 190,000 miles
Were
on
you
it.
jumping the Chrysler with the Tahoe?
Yeah.
Okay, that's what it was.
Yeah.
I'm sorry. And then we had another. What car flipped in front of Mike's house and then crashed into your car?
Well, that was a car that was the 300.
That was an old man, right?
Yeah.
On a 25-mile-an-hour road.
Yeah, and
Flip
that was
the car.
And I was parked and not even. It was in the house, so I can't. That's a
Yeah, but if you're looking at like
all the incidents.
yeah, all the incidents,
Okay, that's
right?
one of them. Yeah,
And then what happened to the Forester, the Subaru,
the Subaru guy
in your driveway?
No, I was on the road that led to my driveway, and a snowplow backed into
Yes.
it.
Okay. Remember that. And then
But there have been
then he
there have been
sideswiped
few.
the pillar here in the parking lot.
That's on me.
Yes. He's not a good driver.
Thank you. That's the guy working outside.
Well, I'm a fine driver.
I
This
thought-
is the first really bad accident I've had.
Yeah, but if
I think I'm an
but hold on,
unlucky
Oscar's
driver.
right. So there haven't been. It's not that there have been a series of incidents, and I have to back Robb up when Robb was hauling me around. He drove me from the funeral to Jimmy's, and then from Jimmy's.
It's what is
to,
known as the last,
airport.
Mike. It's what's known as the last ride.
It was so
Literally.
comfortable, that car.
God, it's a great guy. And
I mean,
Carla went
that
on and on
particular-
about it.
Well, no, that particular all they do, really, for all you car people out there, all they do, and I don't care. I don't own one anymore, and I'm not. But all they do at Subaru is just make them better every year. They do, and they're a little bigger. They're a little bit, and the Forester, which was smaller, the one we had, I love the automobile, and I liked Oscar's car too.
Yeah.
You know? And so I mean,
Volvo.
it's just
There is a substitute.
I'm very sad.
By the way, right after the show, I need to talk to you about something.
Fair.
About a car.
All right.
I'm very sad
I
that
know
this
you've
car
gone
was totaled.
long distance.
Yes.
Very, very sad this car was totaled. I love this car.
But look, outside of you being accident prone,
And you see, it's not been established.
I think that the pillar counts. I think that you didn't get out
One
with a tow
pillar
truck.
scrape? No.
I got, and I'm not just trying to build him up today. I'm just trying to side with it. 'cause
I'm a
it's the
bad
pillar.
driver.
No,
right?
the pillar scrape,
I
I'll
know
take.
that.
I'll take
I-
that.
You
but,
may have had more accidents than he's had.
I have because I'm a terrible driver.
but when a snowplow backs into you, I really, and as the insurance company said, sir, not your fault.
Here you go. 24 hours
Yes.
before this happened, roughly.
Yeah.
I was riding with Rob and was blissfully unaware of any driving issues because it was like he's driving like a normal dude.
Okay.
In the
Not
Subaru.
too
As a matter of
slow,
fact,
not too
I
fast?
think he drove well. Kerry wasn't driving. Rob was doing the driving. He wasn't going too slow. Wasn't going
All right.
too fast.
I stand
Got us
corrected.
where we wanted to go.
I stand
we were
corrected.
we were on the same toll road.
Yes, exactly. The exact
Twice?
same stretch of road. Yeah.
I have a follow-up question.
Go ahead.
Liability or full coverage?
I believe full coverage.
No. You
Well,
think
there's nobody was hurt, so he's fine.
no, his vehicle. How do you recoup your vehicle?
Oh, the vehicle's covered.
Yeah,
Right, but if you have liability insurance, you just you have to buy a new car out of pocket. If you have full coverage, you get a new car.
No, we have full coverage on that car.
Yeah, that's what I was asking.
Yeah, and that's what I answered.
No, you said, I
Liability
believe
is
it's full
if somebody
coverage.
gets hurt. Are you liable for the that
No, and
liability
no
coverage?
one, and that's the thing that I keep playing over my head. No one was hurt,
and they don't. And by the way, it's he's got a standard policy. He'll be covered for
Well,
that car.
I just know because
He's gonna get a shiny new
I've
Subaru.
been
Yep.
I have
Maybe green.
I have as a younger man been hit by people with their vehicles and they have lost their vehicle in totality because they didn't have full coverage on their car.
Has Kerry checked that yet?
No, we have full coverage, especially on this car because it's the newest car. I think we have
I
liability.
think
on
new
the,
cars need full coverage.
Yeah, and
Yes.
I think
bingo, bango.
the kids might have liability.
Yes. We're
but
all
but we're
learning
covered.
here.
How soon before you replace the car? I mean, I know it's. you know what? I mean, it's a legitimate question because you need
I
your
would
automobile.
I would love to do it this weekend. Carrie has borrowed a car that will help us get through, and I'm in her car today. And she got a ride to work today, but it's just such a hassle.
Yeah, you've inconvenienced everybody.
Have
Yeah.
you have you
Including
and your
us.
wife spoken to insurance yet? About
Oh yeah,
this?
oh yeah. All the stuff has been filed. Now we're waiting for the State Farm to remove it from the wrecker yard to where they are going to have it. And so, I mean, it's just a matter of getting them to finish their stuff and get us.
We are farmers.
No, it's not.
I'm sorry, that's not State Farm.
Do
Sorry.
you
Bum, 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 bum.
there was a microphone sticker on your car?
Gone,
Your Elvis sticker?
gone.
What else did you? What effects that you will miss out of that vehicle?
I lost my sunglasses.
Oh no!
That's a drag. I was able to save. Carrie did go back and she salvaged my parking sticker.
We have the sound of the sunglasses being ejected from the car.
They're large. They
In fact,
are
we
large.
have,
We've got a large melon.
It's funny when you find a soundboard that is appropriate for the current discussion that you can retro.
Yes.
You know, this is there are several sounds here, Rob. What I'm going to do is I'm going to play these sounds from your accident.
Okay.
You tell me what it was.
What it was.
right?
Okay. That was my head.
Was that the
hitting-
impact?
No, that was my head hitting the steering wheel. But that happened that was like 20 minutes before the accident.
Some people have injuries from airbags.
Yes.
How did you? Do you remember? You're talking about remembering them deploy.
I saw them deploy.
Did you feel? Like, did you feel like you fell into a sleep number bed, or
They
was
were
it like?
they were feather soft.
Yeah?
Yeah.
I hate to get too personal.
Yes,
Rob,
please, go
but
ahead.
Could you please tell us what this sound was?
Yes.
No.
Oh, that was Mike. As you know, my colon is
there go the seats.
it's had its
It was upsetting.
It was
very
upsetting.
upsetting.
When you flip your car, as a result, you have a sour stomach.
Yeah, leather seats came in handy. I'll tell you what.
Now, I think I know what this is
Gross.
during the
I
accident
know.
because this speaks to what Rob had in the back of the Subaru.
Yeah, I lost my bagpipes, Mike. I lost them. Carrie didn't think to pull them out. She pulled out my pulled out my gym bag, pulled out my backpack, but the bagpipes stayed.
Do you think that the xylophone weighed down the trunk of the car, so that might have helped?
It didn't hurt. It's always nice to have a little weight in the back for snow travel and when you roll your car.
Oh my God!
So,
all right,
as
you said
I'm
all the windows broke.
All but the front windshield. Front windshield was shattered, but the side windows were gone.
Boom.
They're just yeah. And so when I am hanging there like a roller coaster,
suspended,
like a roller coaster stopped mid-roll, and I'm hanging there like this, right?
Yeah.
And upside down, and I see a head come down and look in, and it's so disorienting because I should at this point know I'm upside down, but I don't quite
No,
yet.
you're out of it.
Because I'm upside down, and a head comes in, but the head looks to be coming out of the sky. Into the
Did
window.
at any point your comedy sense kick in and you were going to give the sound that you used to give when you get the injections for the flu shot? Like if the guy leaned down and says, "Are you okay?" And
I thought about that, Mike, and it would
This
go
is what
like
I would
this.
have liked. So the guy looks in and goes, "Are you okay?" And then you hear this.
I'm fine. El Capone.
My God.
Can I have that last
you know.
one again? I like that one.
Okay, this is Rob has a very varied musical instruments in the Subaru.
Yes. The ukulele pick at the end was great. So the hardest thing, and if you have to imagine this,
Was going through puberty.
was, of course, my first time with a lady, was trying to undo the seatbelt upside
I'm doing
down.
okay, sir.
Under the seatbelt and behind the side airbag.
Oh, you have to. Wow.
And it's, again, there's a lot of pressure on the seatbelt because it's holding me up.
Yes.
So I'm having to like feel around, and there's a guy out the side saying, back, forward.
Telling you where to go.
So I let it go.
Was it a pro? Was it a cop?
No. This is just a
okay.
guy, a concerned citizen.
Johnny Q. Civilian.
And I finally,
nice.
I pick it and click it,
Yeah.
and I fall, thump,
Oh.
down right away.
right
And,
onto the steering wheel?
Yeah.
Yeah, right.
but
Did it hurt when you released the seatbelt?
A little bit. I'm still bruised on and I hurt in the chest area from the seatbelt.
That's all the
holding me in.
seatbelt and all that, yeah.
And so I
Can
am
I
able
touch it just to see how tender it is? Really?
No.
Oh,
No.
I was like, oh my God.
We have the sound right here of Rob releasing the seatbelt.
Yeah.
There goes the steering wheel.
Rob, these have come in remarkably handy.
They're
during
wonderful,
the show
aren't they?
today.
So I'm able to slither out the door.
And we have the sound of that too. Go ahead.
So
just
slither
keep
out the
describing
window.
it. Slither out the window.
Because the window's gone. And, one thought I did have at the time is that a year ago I wouldn't have been able to fit out the window. And I don't know what would
Jaws of
happen.
life.
Yeah, they would have had
Yeah.
to cut me out of there. So I get out, and right away, there's a lot of people surrounding me. It was fast. They came up, and one guy says, is there anyone else in the car? Is there anyone else in the car? I said, no one else in the car. And then a gentleman looks at me and says, Los Niños? I said, no children in the car.
The guy in the fleet car
Because
that
you
you
look
hit.
so Latin.
I do.
The guy in the fleet car
Yeah.
that you hit was upset. When did he throw the knife at you?
That was right as soon as he threw it at the ambulance.
Okay.
And it
all right.
actually, I
right
believe,
before you were going to leave.
Yeah,
right?
I believe it stuck into the ambulance, if I'm not. That's it.
You bumped into John Wick.
Yeah. So, a nice lady, her name was Natalie, walks by me and she says, let's get you to the side of the road. She grabs my bag out of the car. She says, listen, my name is Natalie. I'm not on duty. I'm a paramedic.
Oh, wow.
People are on the way. Are you okay? And I said, I think so. She said, you didn't hit your head or you cut anywhere? I said, no, I think I'm okay. She says, well, you're not going to know because you're so full of adrenaline right now. You could have a knife coming out of your chest and you wouldn't feel it, but you think you're okay. I
Yes.
said, yeah. And so that's when the first officer showed up, and they were back and forth as to who handles this, but because it was on the toll road,
Yeah.
the
private road.
the police coverage is actually being handled. The case is being handled by airport authority.
Oh, nice.
So the airport authority comes up and he says, are you okay? What happened? I honestly said, you know what? I honestly don't know. I said, is everybody okay? He said, everyone seems to be okay. You clipped this, you clipped that. It was
What type of car did you clip?
As again, I don't know. I didn't get
sedan,
It
SUV?
was a sedan. It was a
Got it,
sedan
got
of
it.
some sort. And also, I somehow clipped or touched, and when I rolled the back metal like step gate on a moving van.
Got it.
But that
we actually have this when Rob was getting checked out. If you want to see it, okay, here we go.
Phyllis, please come in.
This is Rob getting to the ERF.
Okay,
Have a
good.
Oh, great.
Well, no, that was Carrie calling. Said she missed her turn.
Yeah.
Hold on.
I'll be there soon. We missed our turn.
That did happen.
Oh.
And I was watching her on the app.
Yeah.
You know, the app that says where you are. I saw her zoom right by the hospital.
Did she just say F it? Let's
Yeah,
go home?
that's what I thought. That's
All
what
right,
I
we
thought.
have Rob getting checked out, okay?
Have a seat. Try my shoe. I'm Chief O'Brien. I'll be your corpsman today, okay? Can you please tell me what's going on?
This is
Can you
Rob.
talk? Can you tell me what's going on?
I'm okay.
Are you okay? Because you don't look okay. Are you in any pain right now? Are you in any pain right now? Right there on your side. Okay. Let me see it really quick. Can you lift up your arm a little bit? Does that hurt? A little bit?
A little bit.
Okay. Is it tender? Go ahead and put your arm down.
Mike, you
Okay, I need you to
animal.
look at me. I need you to calm down. I need you to breathe.
Hell.
There you go. Deep breaths. There you go. Very good. Awesome. Now I want you to relax your arm. Okay, we're gonna put this little thing on your finger, and we're gonna get
She
your
did a
heart
nice
rate and
job with you
oxygen
there.
level, make
This
sure you're
can't be
breathing
Rob.
okay.
Rob would have been
I want you to
talking the
keep
whole
doing
time.
that.
That's true.
This guy is like just listening.
Captain Phillips, I don't know. I'm on a roll today as far as finding stuff for this. I really am. It's
So they
fantastic.
pop me in the ambulance and they take my blood pressure. He says, your blood pressure's a little high. I said, gosh, do you think so?
See,
Did you
this
really
is
say
who
that
he
to
is.
us?
I really did. Yeah.
That's good. That means you're
yeah,
right back,
you're
though.
fine.
That to me, that's real Rob.
And
right
he
there.
said,
That's good.
we can get you to, there's a new hospital. Do you remember the restaurant in Tyson's Corner, Sam and Harry's?
yeah.
Great
Yeah.
steakhouse. It is now a division of Reston Hospital called Tyson's Emergency.
That was the place right across from where I had my knee surgery done.
Oh, no kidding.
Yeah, that Reston Town Center, right?
No.
Tyson's Corner.
Sam and Harry's is a Tyson's. It's right on the
Tyson's.
corner.
Okay, yeah. Okay, I know it.
So-
It's back in those like medical buildings
Near
back there.
Clyde's.
Yeah, so they zip me back in there and they right away put me in a collar, which is a great, comfortable look.
Yeah.
Because they had to check me out. I have a photo of that I can actually send to you guys.
Well, as a skinny man now, they didn't have to get the extension.
No,
must have felt
it
great.
was a regular size collar. And I did say to the guys as they were getting me out of the thing, I said, I just lost some weight, so this is not going to be as bad of a job as it might have been. So they get me in there. They do an EKG. My heart is fine.
Mm-hmm.
They do X-rays. You can see this bruise straight up. The thing
Oh,
that hurts
that's
the
a
most
bruise. Look at
is
that, Mike.
in the roll,
Look at the bruise.
it got my hand.
That's a bruise on a
Wow.
hand.
And so this hand is really
Yeah.
hurting bad.
Ooh, that looks bad.
And they offered to wrap it up, but they X-rayed it. No broke. They did a full CT scan.
Nice.
With contrast. They said everything came back. She kept saying I was unremarkable, which is I thought very nice.
yeah,
She said-
you're boring. You're not hurt.
and so they sent me home. I guess like 11:30 or whatever.
Yeah.
They sent me home. But
When do you see, Carrie,
Carrie,
who, is, in fairness, I know we kid around, but is your loving wife.
yes,
And
fantastic.
she takes care of everything in the house.
Mm-hmm.
She lets you do what you do best, and what she doesn't. She runs a household. And she's with your daughter.
True.
They're probably just scared, right?
Yeah, they. I had kept them updated via text the whole time. I knew she missed the turn before she texted me. She missed the turn, and then I said, "I'm going back to X-ray." So when I came out, they're wheeling me. I can see her in the waiting area talking to the cop, and there's an assistant. There's like a guy interning almost, shadowing the cop to be a policeman.
A cadet.
Yeah, and one thing that came up that was mildly upsetting during the whole thing is he came in, he said, we're going to investigate this, talk to witnesses, figure out what went down. We'll be back in touch. I'm glad you're okay. I'm glad no one was hurt. But you're not a licensed driver.
Oh. What is that?
And I said, well, I am because,
Did he really say that?
yeah. I said,
Oh, I
"Here's-"
thought you were doing shtick.
No. He said, here's your license, and there's no record of it at the Department of Motor Vehicles. And so it turns out there was a massive paperwork F-up at the Department of Motor Vehicles, and my data was entered wrong. So when he entered my data, I came up as like a guy with a fake license.
Oh.
So they had to like research it. But here's the great thing is he's trying to teach this, and Carrie heard this go down. He's trying to research the cross-referenced information. He says, see, for example, they have his address wrong. And, oh, look at this. They missed his birthday. Instead of March 8th, 1971, they have it as March 6th, 1971. And the cadet says, well, maybe it's his dad. And he said, with a 2-day difference in age, probably not
so.
his dad.
Yeah.
And then the cadet says, I see, his brother? And he said, was it a really hard delivery that he
Did
has
they
twins?
sort it out for you?
Yes.
Did the cops sort it out?
Turns out I am a licensed driver, and that's okay. But it was
This guy thought it was like a 23andMe situation.
yeah, that was the weirdest. That was the weirdest thing when he said that. All that went down, and so then they got me out of there. And
So let me ask you this, and this is a legitimate
Yeah.
question. I'm not trying to exploit you, but
No,
I am.
that's fine.
Did you get emotional at any time? Because it's been an emotional couple of days. This
Yeah.
had to be a little bit of overkill.
Yeah.
Did you,
It
like
was
when you
too
saw your
much.
daughter, did you go, oh, I love you, I love you, I love you?
It was too much. I hugged both Julia and Carrie for a long time because the fact that I was in an upside down car on a major highway in the middle lane in rush hour,
Yes.
and I was not
Right.
hit again is science fiction to me. That's incredible that I was able to get out of that
boys,
car.
continue for a couple of minutes
Yes.
because we are having a project here
Okay.
for the new studio, and
Yes.
I have to step out, so just bear with me.
No problem.
All right.
I think they require me. Okay?
No problem.
All right.
All right, hold on.
So the very fact that, I mean, it's bad enough that the whole incident happened. And I have a lot of really screwed up feelings because it's obviously something that it was me zoning out, and that's not okay. But the fact that nobody was hurt
Yeah.
other than me, and my stuff is very, very surface stuff. And the fact that I was not hit again, that I was able to get out of the car and get to the side of the road and get medical assistance within an hour, that's
Well, it is
remarkable.
It is, Northern Virginia. So
it is, but still.
We don't
there's
live in the rural countryside.
But there's no guarantee
City.
for any stuff like that. And
Yeah, well, there is. There's you get first response. It's in a major city, less than 5 minutes.
it
Like
was,
you just have to, right?
But
Or
I've
less
never,
than 10 minutes.
You
at
know
the
what?
most.
I've never been on the receiving end of it. So
I get
it feels very different.
I appreciate that you're appreciative. I want this. I want you to stop feeling guilty and just do better. Like do better about being present and driving, because we all need to do that, right?
You're right. You're
We
absolutely
all
right.
need to do that because it's easy to feel like the car is going to drive itself. There was a question about the car and its the safety record for Subaru is, Matt Bloom and I, or Ponyboy and I, who's that? We looked
He's
up.
a Subaru dude
yeah,
from
we,
way back.
we looked up your car to look if there were any safety recalls or anything. We're always looking out for you.
Yeah.
Because it's got a low center of gravity.
Hard to tip.
Yeah.
But then so do I.
But it says within the review that it is hard to roll over because of its low center of gravity.
I figured out a way.
It does. Matt and I were reading it out loud.
Oscar,
in this
oh,
office.
This is weird.
My driving is some next level stuff.
So
I can
you
get it
were
done.
able to do something that's
All right, stop with the wind.
the probability isn't high.
Right.
And then on the other end, we were looking at the safety mechanisms.
Yeah.
And what we couldn't tell from your model is that some of these cars, they actually have this lane assist, but they
Yeah.
also have a collision detection system.
Yeah.
Do you know if you have that?
I do have that.
Okay. Did you hear the beep, 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 beep?
Yeah, I think when I was turning upside down, I heard it.
Okay. I don't know. Sometimes it just auto locks for you. That's why.
No, but at that speed, even if you auto lock, because you're moving at like 50 miles an hour.
Got it.
It's a great warning, but it did not help me at that particular time. It might have done
So
some auto braking.
so that would I would think that would immediately stop the car.
Yeah, but I mean, if it was too late coming, or if that other person had decreased speed, I'm sure it could have helped, but it did not.
Yeah. Matt and I were like, it probably has it. It's a new car, right?
Yeah, it does have it.
And I was like, yeah, I don't know. Spewak was probably like putting in some old timey tape deck and he disabled it somehow. I don't know what happened.
No. All the stuff. This was a car. I actually know this car.
Yeah.
I took a stupid 2-hour class.
You took it
in this
Most
car.
people don't even do that.
Yeah, and so I know all
Take
the,
it all back.
Yeah, and so unfortunately, if you're it can only be as helpful as a good driver as you are.
Got it.
And I blew it this time.
I
So-
have the full transparency. I have had that auto lock hit me in life in the past 10 years
Kind of dislocates your neck,
It
doesn't
does,
it?
but at least 5 or 6 times it saved me from some sort of collision.
Sure, yeah, and it saved me. It saved me in the past before.
Yeah.
It's most effective in stop and go traffic when you just it's
You zone out.
You do,
Yeah,
and that's my takeaway. Is that's not ever acceptable, no matter how many hundreds of times you've taken a route. You got to always be aware. And I'm just
but Rob,
accidents happen.
Listen to me.
I know.
Let me. This
I feel bad.
Is there
man.
anybody that gives you more crap than me? All right.
Well, it's a tie.
Probably your wife.
You and your wife
and this guy.
Yeah, but I
And
do
Rob-
it
and
for
Oscar.
like 90 minutes a day.
You make it count.
Rob, there is a reason it is called a car accident.
Yeah.
All right. You are, if you had a moment, emotionally, there has to be a level of exhaustion involved. As far as feeling, guilt about it, it was an accident. Nobody was hurt.
Amen.
You're alive. You have changed your life for the better.
Yeah.
You are a good guy. You were wonderful to me and Carla when we came up for the visit, as was Oscar.
Who was better?
It was
Rob. Rob.
Don't beat yourself up over this.
Okay.
And believe me, I would tell you to beat yourself up if it was something.
Yeah, I would too.
Yeah.
It's not. It's just it happens, and it's been a rough year.
The worst
It's been
year.
a horrible
It's been
year.
the worst year. I don't mind telling you.
But we're still chugging. We're still doing this show. We're still laughing. We're going to have a great time in New Orleans. And, it's just, and by the way, for those of you that might be keeping score, we'll recap my part of the trip up to see the boys later in the program. But, who'd have thought I'd be the only guy that was drinking? Who would have thought that I was drinking too.
Well, to a
me.
point, I thought that's got to be club soda because I got there late.
I asked the same thing when the first drink came. I said, I'll get what Mike's having.
No, to be honest with you, it was a lot of club soda, which is wonderful. That's what saved me with that. But as far as getting back to, I don't do that anymore. And
you say that every time you do drink.
Yeah.
Well, it's just it's a flying thing. I know I'm going to.
And then Carla's that second mimosa, she was serving from it.
Yeah,
It was a tough day.
Carla likes the mimosas in the wine glass.
Sure.
Is that an alky thing or what? Put it in a wine glass. We'll get to that later.
Okay.
Getting back to your situation, the most important thing, and you should be aware of this. There is one question that is immediately asked when any of us get into it. Will you be able to make the show? No. The question that is asked immediately is he all right? And as soon as that's known and you're checked out, the only thing that concerned me all of yesterday was when I heard CAT scan. When I heard that, because, sometimes people go through things like this, they're fine, and then there's a reason they do the CTs because that's when people don't know that they had a head injury, and that happens with that.
We had to hold off on the emergency press conference.
That
because
was
we
the
had to
funniest
have-
thing in
Which,
the world.
by the way, not only did my wife laugh at it, my own mother laughed at it.
I told Oscar last
She
night that
thought
it was a 10.
great. Yeah.
It was an absolute 10.
And
I
bless
have an
us, you
announcement.
asked my permission.
I asked this, I would
And
hold
I
off
said-
for
I
medical
said-
clearance
I
first.
said
And
roll with it.
Before we go to break, I have an announcement to make. We have a new hire. This is a very special moment. I would like to introduce the new press secretary for the Mike O'Mara Show, a person who will be answering all questions if there are issues of anything regarding the show or any of us personally. Mr. Oscar Santana, the new
I
press
can't
secretary
clap.
for
Ow.
the Mike O'Mara Show.
Hello.
There you go.
Thank you. It's an honor.
Congratulations.
It's an honor. Thank you.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
That's wonderful.
Thank you.
Yes.
How was the love? The love from our wonderful listenership.
You guys are amazing. I couldn't set my phone down for
And I was looking at the love to shtick ratio within those comments this morning.
almost no shtick.
Almost no shtick, which is really the mark of respect and love. If it was Mike or I, oh my, all day shtick. It'd be 80-20.
Right.
This one was 5% shtick, 95% love.
It was very, very nice to see.
Touching, right?
Yeah, very touching. It was.
Yeah.
It was.
Well, I mean, I know that
Worth
right
it.
after all the dust
Not
settled,
really.
I think no, I was like it. You can ask Carla. I looked at Carla after we found out that your CT scan was okay, and I went, "What a Klutz. Anyway, that's it. We have to take a break.
Great callback word, too. You don't hear it much anymore.
Klutz. You clodhopper. That's another one. Klutz, clodhopper, dingleberry. Lots of things.
Tanglefoot.
But still alive.
Yeah, I cheated him again.
We'll be back with the news after that.
Are you looking to laugh more and weigh less? Discover the power of the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show.
Hello, close personal friends.
If we want to get skinnier.
Dear Diary, Oscar was especially jerky today.
I had a doctor's appointment. These things happen.
Every mother and their auntie wants to grab this medicine. Why, Dean? We're here to inspire and educate our students.
I'm majoring in medieval art. It's a 2-year program.
I want to show that I care about my Lord and Savior, Jesus Christ.
The TMOS Bonus Show provides gut-busting laughs on a weekly basis. Talk to your doctor today about a plan that works for you and about subscribing. Get more info at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Screw your miracles.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. I had a moment today that I don't have that often because I don't have to do it very often. I changed my Harry's razor.
Oh, it's the best, though, isn't it, when you finally do it?
That sounds like I made my armpit razor, my beard razor. No, I changed my Harry's razor. Here's a question. Why do razors cost so much? They don't need to. No. Harry's razors are incredibly sharp, and they are made in their own factory in Germany. Most importantly, they cost as little as $2 per blade. You can get a quality razor that you can depend on delivered straight to your door from Harry's. We all use Harry's because we all love them. The best products at the best prices. And the packaging is amazing. Right now, the Truman Shave Trial Set is a $15 value for just $3 at harrys.com/TMOS. It includes a 5-blade German-engineered razor, weighted handle, foaming shave gel, and a travel cover. Plus, you can schedule replacement blade delivery whenever you need them with refills as low as $2 a piece. Harry's has dozens of affordable items to go along with your subscription, like shaving creams, post-shave balm, body washes, hydrating lotions, more, steak knives. No, they don't have steak knives.
No.
Harry's is still offering a no-risk trial. Don't like your shave? No worries on them. Don't get overcharged for razors, my friend. Get Harry's as a $15 Truman Shave Trial Set for just $3. harrys.com/TMOS. That's harrys.com/TMOS. We love you, Harrys, and we want you to be with us for a long time, no matter how many cars we flip.
From the four corners of the World Wide Web and into your digital device, it's what you need to know. This is the homepage.
All right, I'm just going to do something here while we're doing that.
Yeah?
Oh, no, I'll get right to it. I'll do that at a later time on the show. Hi, everybody.
Hi, Mike.
Now on with the news. Chris Rock slapping back after mostly staying mum for a year about being egregiously slapped by Will Smith at last year's Oscars. The stand-up comic could finally get the final word Saturday night, and we hear it'll be a doozy. A source exclusively tells us if you were waiting to see Rock on tour address the infamous Will Smith slap situation, the comedian is waiting to spill his humorous take on it on his live Netflix stand-up special. Is there anything better to sell tickets for that or sell views?
It's live.
And it's got
awesome.
a tremendous list of people
Yeah,
on
if you
it.
recall, I watched the first set when he was working on this material leading up to this.
Yeah.
At DAR, Constitution.
Yeah, he was working on his chunk, Mike.
Yeah, but he addresses it there, and he references the Netflix side, and that's Constitution Hall was the first show that I saw somebody take everybody's cell phone and put them in pouches.
Yeah. Very, very cool.
Yeah.
The source said Rock has decided to address it during his stand-up special Saturday in Baltimore. By the way, if you have a connection or you know somebody,
is it
Hammerjacks?
Hammerjacks?
I bet Kirk's going. I bet McEwen's going to go. McEwen is always plugged into stuff like that.
Yeah.
Kirk, I bet he's going. Anyway, it's called Chris Rock Selective Outrage. It'll stream live from the Hippodrome up in Baltimore.
Oh, okay.
Wow. Another guy that if he's got any kind of connections that'll try to get in there.
Marty Best?
No, Oscar Santana. I think, I can see that happening.
Baltimore is a trip too far these days.
It is right up the road, though.
Right up the road.
Yeah. How big is the Hippodrome?
By the way, the Oscars are back on March 12th. The source said that the tough part for Rock has been how to test out the material while keeping it under wraps. So
I am so excited about the Oscars.
This is the Saturday show. There's 2 shows.
Saturday is the streaming one.
Okay. I'm going to tickets now. View tickets. Oh, great. It's like $1,000. No, thank you.
No,
Yeah,
but you do is you say,
have-
hi, I'm an influencer.
The Habs will be there. Mexico's president posted a photo on his social media account Saturday showing what he said appeared to be. Are you ready for this?
Yeah.
This is the head of the whole country. A mythological woodland spirit, similar to an elf. President Andres Manuel Lopez Obrador, that's a lot of names, he didn't seem to be joking when he posted a photo of the, Oscar, I'll ask you on the pronunciation, A-L-U-X-E, Aluxe?
Yeah, Aluxe.
Aluxe, a mischievous woodland spirit.
Oh, I hate the mischief.
From Mayan folklore. Lopez Obrador wrote the photo was taken 3 days ago by an engineer. It appears to be an Aluxe, adding, everything is mystical. The nighttime photo shows a tree with a branch forming what looks like a halo of hair and what may be stars forming the figure's eyes. Lopez Obrador has long expressed reverence for indigenous cultures and beliefs. According to traditional Mayan belief, it's not that kind of
No.
thing.
It's not?
No.
I thought this is audio of the Lux account or whatever.
We represent the Lollipop Guild.
Aluxe.
Aluxe.
Yeah.
Aluxe. Aluxe.
And in the name of
Bueno.
Lollipop Guild,
We'd like to welcome
It's
you.
hinky. At
So
best.
these apparently are small, mischievous creatures that inhabit forests and fields and are prone to playing tricks on people, like hiding things. I lost my keys.
It's kind of like our whole intern, Adrian.
Yes.
Some people leave small offerings to appease them. If you were to ask Yoli
Yes.
today, if you saw her and you said, "Do you know what an Aluxe is?" Would she know what
She
you were
would
talking
know.
about?
She's more of, I think she gets the newsletter for the Chupacabra.
Yeah, well, that's-
she's
And
more
that
like-
thing is scary.
I like how
yeah.
a Luke says sounds like they got a look say, like they got to look at it.
Aluxe. Hey, come out here, take a look-see. Adele and Rich Paul are reportedly engaged. The 34-year-old singer and her sports agent, Beau, are said to be planning a summer wedding 2 years after going public with their relationship. The happy news was revealed by online gossip site De Moi, who said that the claims had come from a very reliable source. Hello.
Mike, this is
maybe
very
Adele
obscure,
herself.
but there'll be 2 people that appreciate this. This is not the same Richard Paul from the show Carter Country.
No,
it's a
not
different
Dick
guy.
Paul.
Dick Paul.
Adele could be fueling the reports. Adele saw it was seen wearing a huge diamond ring on her wedding finger at her latest Las Vegas show over the weekend. This suggests the couple have been engaged for at least a year. They have never officially confirmed that they are set to tie the knot, so they're keeping it private, which is their prerogative. Here he is again. This guy, I think this is money related. The more I think about it, Prince Harry set to unpack his experiences again more. I'm sorry, I'm burned with a controversial trauma expert on Saturday during a virtual event in which attendees can submit questions for the former royal to answer. What's going on? Is this bucket?
It's a cash grab. And did you hear that he's adding a chapter to the paperback of The Spare so everyone has to buy it again?
The memoir is Spare. It topped bestseller charts. He will join Canadian doctor and author Gabor Mate for an intimate conversation
very good.
to which royal fans can purchase tickets. Here it is for $33.99. God damn. That's the publisher that said that.
Is that the one that has the Aluxe in it?
Hey, look at that. It's a mystical forest spirit. Bueno.
Playing a trick on him.
And now a little something. Police say that a Missouri man was arrested in Lawrence County after officers found him in a McDonald's restaurant naked.
Oh.
Oh, no.
Police said Robert Keary Gilbert of Camden, Missouri. He's a 47-year-old that was found without clothing on at the Mickey D's on Wilmington Road in Newcastle. I don't know where that is, but, do your own map search. Police said that Gilbert was nude in the lobby of the McDonald's, refusing to leave. Officials did not release information as to why he was there and why he was naked. Gilbert was arrested. He was charged with indecent exposure and disorderly conduct. To make the best of the situation, the McDonald's offered everyone in the store who witnessed the event a free quarter pounder with cheese.
Oh, God.
And 2 chicken nuggets. Get it? 2. There you go. That's it, ladies and gentlemen. There we are.
Just two.
3.
Yeah, just two.
Had to put cheese in there. Robert, what's that cheesy smell? It ain't the burger. We'll take a break and I'll
Talk
come
about
back and talk
holding
about
the onions.
Oh.
how much I love to travel, but I did this time. It was great to send off Mark Riddell and see my pals. We'll be right back.
Robert Wood.
No, not quite.
I'm Robert Wood. I've got an amazingly large mouth.
Large mouth aside, that's still not quite it.
That poor man. All he does is make
He's
promos
wonderful.
for
I
us.
love the man. I'm making fun because I love. I kid because I love.
And I love you guys too, but let's face it, there's only one Robert Wood. And there's only one TMOS bonus show. Subscribe today. You'll be glad you did. Thank you, Robert.
Here is a scary but very true fact. Every day, your home movies and your precious photos are slowly fading away. They fade away in closets, or worse, they break down because of the dampness of your garage or the heat in your attic. Digitizing your old media with Legacy Box stops the fading and allows you to preserve those recorded moments so they're safe forever. Join the over 1 million families that have trusted Legacy Box and digitize your memories today. We've all used Legacy Box, and we all love it. Imagine the peace of mind that you can have knowing that all your memories are safe and sound for countless generations to come. It feels good. Legacy Box is a super simple mail-in service to have all of your videotapes, camcorder tapes, film reels, and pictures converted to perfectly preserved digital files, keeping them safe forever. For a limited time only, you can visit legacybox.com/TMOS and save 50%. That's legacybox.com/TMOS to shop 50% off. This sale won't last. It won't last long. This sale won't last long. Legacybox.com/TMOS. Well, it was sad circumstances, and as I mentioned before on the show, really, really proud of Mark's daughters, and I think Mark would have been thrilled with the service in such a short period of time. They did a great, great job getting things together.
People should know that Rachel and Sammy are twins.
Yes.
They just turned 22. They actually spent their 22nd birthday when Mark was in the hospital.
Yeah.
No way you want to spend a birthday like that. And I've gotten to spend a lot of time with them over the past month, and never do they fail to not impress me. That's a lot of negatives.
They're such
impressive young ladies.
Yeah. And kudos to the family and
to
the
you,
mom
Rob.
of the daughters, and Robb Spewak as well.
The family was so overwhelmingly. I mean, they came to us like we were your brothers to thank us for you being such a wonderful person and being so supportive to Mark's family. And I don't take that lightly.
Well, he would have done the same for me.
Yeah, but they didn't have to do that. Did you get that, Mike, as well? Like,
look, I'm going to say it publicly, ladies and gentlemen. I work with a couple of good people. They're thoughtful people, and they help others out, and they care about people. They care about their families. They care about their friends. They care about their coworkers. And there are examples of that I see each and every day from both Rob and Oscar, and it is a source of immeasurable pride. There's a reason that I've been chugging along at this, going well into my second decade of doing this with these two guys, because they make it easy every day, and it is a joy to be around. And yeah, Oscar, I have to agree with you. A friend like Robb Spewak and what he did, participating in all of that, and right at the end with Mark every step of the way, that just doesn't come around often, Rob. And as you beat yourself up about the car accident, please don't, and take solace in the fact that you are a good guy and you do good things for people and you make life easy. Both of you hauling me around all over the place, where to get off a plane and not have to worry about getting to the funeral, to go by Jimmy, another good friend of mine who popped for lunch for everybody, which he absolutely didn't need to do. It was just kindness everywhere. And it's just like I felt so taken care of when I went up there, and it was just, I didn't do anything. I just showed up.
We certainly took better care of you than you did with your wallet.
Yes.
Yes, my wallet. Thank you for skipping ahead. Look, I have to say something, all right?
Yes.
I love I love my Groove Life wallet. I don't even know
Yeah,
if
of
they're
course.
sponsoring the show today. I love this thing. And unfortunately, I may have been taking it out, but I lost it on my trip on the day of the return. So let me start before we get to
Okay.
that.
All right.
Thank you for mentioning that. After that wonderful, heartfelt compliment, you incredible hump.
Mike, you do this
but
show
anyway.
because we make it easy for you to do the show.
Thank you. F you. So we fly up, and I'd like to give a shout out to United Airlines. I've said nice things about them before.
Yes.
For those of you that are going to fly, especially if you're going to fly last minute, do the check-in when it's available. Because if you do the check-in as soon as they say you can, or you do the seat selection as soon as they say you can, you'll probably be in a better situation than I am, all right? I don't like a middle seat. I can tell you that there are maybe 5 times in my entire life that I have flown in a middle seat, and it's usually because some mistake's been made, as Lewis Black would say. I don't like to sit between people. Even though there was a wonderfully nice lady from Manassas that was on my left going up to Washington, and by the way, going to Dulles, going to Northern Virginia, Lando drones, absolute packed, all right?
Yes.
I don't know. Say there are 150 seats on the plane. They booked 700 of them.
Sure.
There were just
Yeah.
people milling around, everybody scowling, and I had gotten my seats, and the seats were 26 and 27. I don't know if that's exactly right, but they were both window seats for Carla and me. But because I didn't check in when they told me to check in, we were back further, 28 and 29, both of us with middle seats, which is not a problem for Carla, but it's a problem for me because I'm fat.
Yep.
Not as fat as I was, but I'm fat. So anyway, that was the trip up. But really, on the way, up there, it was a no fuss. Although, landing with that many people, I think it does make a difference when you're super loaded and kaboom kabam. A lot of wind. I didn't know that until I talked to Jim Amato at the funeral, and he said it was windy as hell on Sunday night when we landed. So I didn't know that. Was it windy up there Sunday night?
How did you find the in-facility transport system at Dulles?
I thought that those antiquated 1910 shuttle...
The mobile lounges, Mike. They're called mobile lounges.
Mobile lounges.
Yes.
I thought they did a project for 40 years.
They did.
That was going to eliminate I thought it was underground subway to those. Are they still
all
working on it?
terminals.
Yeah, they're
God
still
damn,
working on it.
Of course not. How DC is that? Yeah, we didn't finish all of them. So you get it. So we had that wonderful feeling of landing and knowing 45 minutes later you'll be walking out of the effing airport.
Yep.
It
and
sucked.
people should know that when the airport was conceived in the 1960s, these were going to take you from the terminal to the plane.
Yeah.
They were going to actually connect to the plane. They never did that. So now all they have are people movers that are 40 feet tall. So you drive around way up in the air, and it's like the world's worst bus. And they still haven't gotten rid of them. Mobile lounges, Mike. Yeah.
Mobile lounges. Didn't care for them.
No, sir, I don't like it.
No, thank you.
I don't like it. So it was off to, and it was fine. We got late. We went to the hotel in the middle of brown buildings that all looked the same.
Square, black building, brown buildings.
Square, black buildings. And that's when and then we got to sleep relatively. I was up till about midnight. And then went to sleep. We couldn't meet with everybody over at Jimmy's because that was probably breaking up by the time we landed.
Mm-hmm.
But at the same time, we got there, and we were going to be up bright and early. Carla was going to get a little workout in, and I was going to work out the breakfast buffet. Now,
Square eggs?
For the people at the Westin Dulles, all right, I can accept the fact that you offer breakfast for your patrons. I can accept the fact that you do not offer it gratis, unless, of course, you pay for it in advance or something like that.
Oh,
But,
wow. I didn't realize that.
I can accept that. I can accept that it looks like the spread that you would see in any Hampton Inn or Suites or one of those
Holiday
motels
Inn
off
Express.
of 95,
Yeah,
right?
yeah.
I can accept that. What I can't accept is the fact that you charge $21 for it.
Oh my God. Wow.
I am old enough to remember $21 used to get you
buffet.
a casino buffet, or back in the day, go down to the Ritz-Carlton on a Sunday with Grandma.
All right, Grandpa.
And all
never
put
mind.
on your
Doesn't cost
suits.
21
and
anymore. It's like $70.
It's like $70,
Yeah,
but back in the day,
yes.
but $21
That's
for
too much.
freaking powdered eggs. You, how in the name of God do you get away? How can you live with yourself with that? By the way, and it's the standard free crappy breakfast that you get at a motel.
Let me guess.
That everybody cares about. The room was empty except for the Rube O'Maras that were sitting there.
Let me guess. Assorted mini bagels.
Yep.
I'm going to guess sausage links, overcooked.
And patties. They had turkey sausage.
Powdered eggs that are pretty much square. Little containers of yogurt.
I think they had that, but I just grabbed the protein.
And the three-way juice dispenser.
Yes. Yes. It was wonderful.
Yeah,
it was
sounds
fantastic.
delightful.
It's gross. It was gross, and I was angry.
I want
but other than that,
$21 worth of Raisin
I would
Bran,
say this is a
please,
misprint. It's got to be a misprint.
Yeah, I would say that was an error.
No, it was legit. It was as legit as the fact that the last time they remodeled that hotel was in the Eisenhower administration. Thank you. There. That's a little shout out to Weston. By the way,
I thought
we will be
Westons were supposed to
revisiting.
be nice.
That's
So
what
did
you
I.
would think. Yeah.
Guess who's revisiting? Oh, I'm letting the cat
Don't
out
do
of the
it.
bag.
Don't do
it. Anyway, all right, that's it. I won't say it. Thank you. We got to take a break. When we come back, we'll wrap this little segment. Do we have one more segment before your town of sound?
We do.
I
He
want
was
you
in the
to-
car accident, not you.
Yeah, he was in the car. Analyze my drinking. I always forget that part of the show. You too. Maybe it's because I drank the atomizer jugs. Vodka.
Certainly
and
got enough
soda water.
lime juice.
Thank you. We'll be right back.
Down the Mississippi, down in the water. Well, I'm going to New Orleans. City of New Orleans. New Orleans. New Orleans.
Way down yonder in New Orleans, the town in New Orleans.
I'm walking to New Orleans. New Orleans.
The Mike O'Mara Show live Saturday, April 15th, 2023 at the legendary House of Blues in New Orleans.
Hi, y'all are. I'm glad for you to see me, I guarantee.
Tickets available now at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Ain't it bitchin'?
Man, we're looking forward to it. Certainly under positive circumstances
Please.
to see everybody. We're really jacked about New Orleans.
I'm going
coming
to
up,
carpool if anyone wants to drive with me.
all right. Well, your new name is Flip. Most of the time, modern is better. New and improved is a great thing, ladies and gentlemen. But sometimes you want it like the good old days, way back in yonder years when hotel lobbies were remodeled. Like the classic joints or grass that your folks used to spark up. Yeah, my mom and dad. High constantly. Mellow grooves, Daddy.
Mary's bong.
Listen to me. Let me tell you about Dadgrass. Dadgrass has old school joints that are low in THC, high in CBD, so you can chill out and lighten up the old-fashioned way. Dadgrass is legal, organic, smokable hemp that relaxes your body and mellows your mind. And if you want the toke without the smoke, Dadgrass also has CBD gummies made with the same high-quality hemp. They're delicious, easy to dose, and the effects come on smooth. Chill out without getting stoned. It's like having a glass of wine, not the whole bottle. It's out of sight. All Dadgrass products, federally legal for ages 21 and over, and ship right to your door anywhere in the U.S. Right now, Dadgrass is offering our listeners 20% off your first order when you go to dadgrass.com/TMOS. Go to dadgrass.com/TMOS for 20% off your first order. That's dadgrass.com/TMOS. Groovy. Yeah, thank you to Jimmy, and thank you to everybody in Mark's family, especially Rachel and Sammy, for such a wonderful tribute and a send-off for him. At Jimmy's, you make decisions in life, you know. You make decisions. Now, the first way it worked was you, because you're the friend of friends, were hanging out a little longer than we were, Rob.
Right.
Oscar decided that he was going to give me a haul, and we were going to grab lunch somewhere. And I said, well, what better place to grab lunch than my buddies? I know Jimmy's out of town, but we went by, and boy, that place looks great. That place
really does. And you
good.
should also mention, Mike, that you had your luggage with you. So
Yes.
you had texted me that morning. You said, is it okay if I have 2 small carry-on bags? When
Right.
you picked me up, I said, first bag is free. Second is $25.
Yes.
Very funny. Very funny. Laughed out loud for that. Now, so Oscar and I decided we're going to go to Jimmy's. We have made the transfer of luggage to because we don't know what Rob's plans are.
Right.
Rob's got to be there with the family, and Oscar's we're going to have lunch, and then Oscar's going to take us to the airport. Even though it's pretty early at this point for our flight. So I sit down, and Oscar and I are going to catch up on a business meeting, and there's a lot of ground to cover. And Oscar starts out in earnest. First, he's talking to Carla about her business, and it's we're getting the nuts and bolts out of the way.
Right.
First, I order an atomizer jug of vodka and soda because I know I'm going to fly, and I'm like, if I nurse this correctly, I'll be nice and yummy by flying time. And if I play it the right way,
Was your plan for just the one?
Oh no.
Okay, I didn't think so.
No.
I didn't think so.
No, I'm having fun, and it's a lot of water. It's a lot of soda water,
yeah, and
in there.
ice and lime.
And it's tall. It's a tall glass.
I thought
So
it
it was
was.
a 16
I thought
ounce,
it was
yeah.
water when it came to the
Yeah,
table.
it's
Yeah.
what you would get water in. It's a 16-ounce Pilsner.
The limes are the giveaway.
And this
The
is-
limes are the giveaway.
Your wife is funny, and not that I didn't know that, but
Right.
we just haven't hung out in a while.
Yes.
I know.
And I
So's
said,
Carrie. Carrie made
I
me
said-
laugh out loud like 9 times when we got
I'll
together.
have the
funny.
same as him. That's water, right? And she goes, water, right?
It'd been a day.
Yeah, it was a sad day. I get it.
Oscar, though, Red Bull, just keeping the caffeine. That's going to kill you, that stuff. Red Bull. It's gonna
Water
make
and Red Bull.
Your arteries are going to explode.
Water and Red Bull with a lime.
Well, not mixed, just 2 separate.
And Carla
vessels.
has taken to now ordering mimosas, but she doesn't like those pesky vessels that they come in, the skinny little
She doesn't
narrow.
want a flute.
She wants volume, volume, volume. That's what she wants. So she got herself a big wine glass with orange juice and champagne. That's her beverage of choice. And we're off to the races. However, as I reach into my back pocket to grab this,
Yes.
Your wallet.
I notice that it's gone. And because of the circumstances, flying.
Yes.
Full-fledged, instant panic mode.
You need it.
I'm like, what the hell is going on? I immediately think, well, it fell out of my pants, my big suit pants, my big clown-like suit. No, they're not. That's actually the New York cut, boys, that I was wearing. That's the New York cut. Taylor. So I'm off to, yes,
I thought
go ahead.
you there was some scavenger or a hunter of your own because you thought you're like it's got to be in my baggage.
Oh,
I thought
didn't
it was in my
realize
luggage.
I didn't realize
Yeah, you
that
went out to your
preceded
luggage
it.
in the rain. I was like, it's really
I
raining
went
outside.
Yeah.
I didn't care. I needed
Yeah.
to find it. Thought it might be in my luggage. Thought it was my jeans that I wore on the flight up. No, it wasn't. Then I went back, and then I think I took another look in your car.
Yep.
Wasn't in your car. Then I'm like, as soon as we did that, I said, well, I should call Rob. I said, before I call Rob, I got this little thing that I carry with me, and I've had it, and it's pulled my fat out of the far multiple times. Far.
You were just
It's
an
pulled my
analysis.
fat out of the fire.
Pull it out of the
It's
fire.
it's a little sensor that I keep right here. It's
Okay.
like a credit card.
Yeah.
But it's a sensor device that finds your wallet because I've had that happen multiple times. And I load up the app, and there she is at the church, somewhere at the church. Could be in the pew. And then Oscar, I think, was the one that said, no, that looks like it's probably in Rob's car. And so I had called Rob when I see that it's at the church. I said, I think I left it in the pew. That's when Oscar tells me, no, it's in the, I think it might be in the car.
The same region where Rob was parked.
But there
Right.
was still
in the parking lot.
But there was still the awkward moment where I went into they'd shut off all the lights in the sanctuary.
Yes.
So I got to go in there and look under all the pews where we were sitting, and I looked kind of like a creep hanging around a dark church. And then I go up to Father Michael McDonald, who was the celebrant at Mark's service.
You don't love me, but I'm your brother.
And there's really no smooth way to do it, but I tried. I said, I just want to say I really appreciate what a wonderful job you did remembering my friend and where is the lost and found.
I mean, there is no segue for that.
There isn't.
Yes.
And I'm not going to go right up and say lost and found.
And he said, have a screwdriver. Anyway, no, that's a long story. Inside joke. That's all I'm going to say. That's for Sammy and Rachel. That's for Sammy and Rachel. That joke was for you, okay?
Yeah.
And your father would love it, too.
But as I was going through
yes.
the lost and found drawers, that's when the second call came in from you. This that suggested
Get
to
to your
check my car.
car.
Yeah, and it was sitting right on the passenger seat. It had slipped
You
out of
said
your
driver's
pants.
side.
I meant
first.
passenger. Passenger.
It was on the passenger
yeah,
side.
it was. So it obviously just slipped out of your pants. And
My pants.
my pants. And
So when you call back, that's when it was determined. I said, do whatever you want, but come on over. Lunch is on me.
Yeah, you'll cool your heels.
Yeah,
Yeah.
at Jimmy's, and we're going to be here. And at that point, I'm like, well, if the Spewak, and you were going to come, right? You
Yeah,
were, I think they were going to. Did we make the arrangement that
Yes.
you were going to head back to the office, and Rob was
Well,
going to
no, we
give you a ride
hadn't
to
talked
the
that out yet, but
until they got there.
yes.
Okay, good. So Rob makes his way over, and at this point, the wallet has been found, and for me,
That's
the
good.
little bubble above my head says "glug glug chug-a-lug." That's fine. I'm going to enjoy and relax. And we had a nice little business meeting.
We did.
Yeah.
It eroded, though. That meeting eroded quickly.
it was
because of
full
my
social mode by,
alcoholism.
by the
Yes.
time I arrived. It was full social
this
mode.
is so it was show. Mm-hmm. And then he goes, "Hey, listen, I want to start a watch website."
That wasn't the initial offer. The initial offer was, I want to go in with you on watch trading.
Yes, and that's the same conversation.
So that must have been right about when I got there.
Right before you got
Because
there.
when I got there was the tinkling of empty ice in the glass. And I knew that there was another one coming. And I said, wow, it's because that's not.
Yeah.
It's not a standard vessel for a vodka and
You're
water.
also on home turf.
Yeah.
Where everybody there knows your name.
Exactly.
So this isn't like a manager's pour. You're getting a little extra fuel regardless. Yep. Mm-hmm. And Jimmy's is always...
by the way, this is the way Jimmy rolls.
Yeah,
and look,
sweet
I
ice.
know he's one of my best buddies.
Yeah.
I know he is. He will be in New Orleans, by the way.
Yes.
So for you
Confirmed.
fans of Jimmy, he will be coming to New
Done
Orleans
and
with us.
done.
I have to say
Is
this.
he hosting the prayer breakfast?
Absolutely, Rob. And you're the celebrant.
I know I am. Yes.
I have to say this, okay? And this is not because my buddy. That place is serving the best chow they have ever served.
You're right.
If you are in Herndon and you don't get a chance to go by Jimmy's Old Town Tavern, it is so fantastic. It's a landmark. It's got the charm of the old joint with all the new facilities.
Mm-hmm.
The man killed it with his remodel. He killed it. It's beautiful. And the food was fantastic. And Jimmy, you rock, rock, rock. By the way, I ordered a steak and asparagus, and they brought me a side of beef. It was fantastic. Oscar made a snide comment about, man, I'm a bad boy. That's a lot of food.
I said to him,
it's protein.
It's a lunch steak.
I looked over,
Yes.
and the steak was gone.
Do you have to edit out D-list?
Yeah, I do, but it's a good word.
Oh, man.
And I said, "Are you sure you're on the right medication?"
That looked like a Thursday
That's
steak.
what he said.
Yeah.
That's what he said. Even crueler, as I'm wearing my brand new suit that I just got,
Yes.
and I was really happy about it
Well-
with the New York fit, not the Chicago. The Chicago fit is
That's
like,
deep dish.
Yeah.
right.
Who
Exactly.
determined these cities are as fits?
Well, it's off.
I don't know,
it's
but
off
the
the
hearts,
pizza.
the hearts that I wear are either that's
New
the
York
one.
or Chicago. I,
said-
know. I'm with you. I get
Yeah.
exactly what you're
It's
saying.
it's a tailored fit or
Yeah.
a not tailored fit.
Mine is Albuquerque. Weird.
Mike, the
Yours
reason
is Branson.
the reason why I asked Fargo. The reason why Branson's funnier. Sorry. The reason why I ask is because I have my mother, who is also on this type of medication,
Right.
And she eats half of anything, and then she starts getting nauseous.
I don't know. I'm not burdened with that.
Okay.
Yeah. Stronger man.
I right
Stronger
now.
man.
A stronger man. He fights
By
through
the
it.
way, yesterday, today into tomorrow, it'll become, because it's the end of my week.
Right.
I get my shot on Thursday. So ridiculous. The rebound effect is going to be. Mike is 500 pounds now.
You look good. I should say you look
Thank
good.
you.
Yeah, you did.
I have to tell you this, that I'm fine, and I was flat, which with all the soda and lime, I would have thought that would have been
the citrus
different.
is good for you.
Diuretic.
That's a good thing. That's a good thing. And it just was. Look, it was what it was. And Jimmy is a wonderful host, and he popped for lunch, which is
very sweet,
unexpected, and he did that, and it was wonderful. So
it was
I'm
great. And
thinking
it was
about my weight now.
great to see all you guys. It really, really was. It was fun.
And on the way back, we
had to switch the luggage again.
We switched the luggage again.
Yes.
What time
Wallet
did you
is
leave
included. Takeoff was 5:30.
I think we left Jimmy's about 3:30.
That's just
Yeah,
an hour longer than I was
perfect.
there.
Yeah.
There's no way you were like hammered by the time.
No, but I had one at the airport too. Uno at the airport.
I bet the pour was different at the airport.
Yeah, it didn't. It was nothing. It's
This
like
is
having regular
water.
Yeah.
Can we have a triple, please?
And then we get in
You help
and
this
we
man?
sit in our seats. We're in row 8, which was
Ooh,
awesome.
classy.
Wonderful.
I popped for the extra leg room, which
As you should.
I'm sorry. After sitting in, but what I didn't realize, I sit down and it's before even taxi. We're not even taxiing, and I look at Carl and said, "Oh my God, tell me that wasn't you." Oh God! And then probably on the quarter hours for the entire journey, fart smell. Fart smell, fart smell. And
It wasn't
I thought, no. And I thought it might be the guy in front of me. Because doesn't it travel kind of like backwards, right?
Well,
or I don't know where it goes.
It
can go
depends on
anywhere.
the situation. Did he have his overhead fan on?
No, but he was like the kind of guy that immediately put the friggin' seat back in my knees.
Right on.
You know what I mean?
Yeah, I know the guy.
Even with extra leg room, I
Yeah.
hate that dickish move when you're on the ground and you're taxiing.
Thump.
Yeah. I'm gonna slam my seat back, even though I'm gonna be putting it up for takeoff. You pump.
Yeah.
So anyway,
Dominance.
it just comes and goes. At the end of the flight, we land, and there's a very nice gentleman who had been sitting in back of us, and I see the problem. He brings out a tiny little foo-foo dog, about half the size of my
baby
Boston
dog,
Terrier.
yeah.
And I know it was dog farts. It was the stress on because he had that little my bowels.
Yeah.
It had to be that. Either that or there was the lady across the way that Nancy Mancutt.
Well,
Nancy Mancutt looked like she might.
Mike, you could have,
be
but you
capable
could
of
have
that.
had your revenge because you did have asparagus for lunch.
I had, but
You
that's
did.
not. That's number one. That's numero uno.
That's what I'm saying. You
And I
could have done
discovered
it.
that. I discovered that when I was in the airport. Where I had to go winky tank, and it was immediate. Asparagus hits me.
Yeah.
Very, very significantly, but a wonderful trip.
Yes, great
and
to
a
see
great
you.
send off for our friend Mark, and it was great to see Oscar, and it was great to see Flip. Let's take a break, and when
Right
we've
side up, upside down. I'm always.
we
a
have a new
pleasure.
name for
Yes.
a wonderful thing. We're not going to call it the Audio Vault, and we're not going to call it Soundtown anymore.
What is it
because
called?
as of tomorrow, it will be called The Flip Side.
No,
We
no,
will have.
no.
Yes, I'm sorry. You've owned that. Own the comedy, Rob. The Flip Side with plenty of sound coming up next, right here on the Michael Mara
And
Show.
are you tired of radio? All those yakety yaks filling your heads with nonsense day in, day out? After a long day at work, don't you just want your pipe and slippers and some measurable entertainment? Well, here at More Industries, we strive every day to make podcasts that bring the funny. Take the Mike O'Mara Show and the Bonus Hour, for instance. This joyful bantering of ball-busting humor lightens the load of your drudging life. Over here, we see our newest machine, the DGH4000. It can crank out 50 jokes an hour. Let's see what it says. Hobble-do-gee. Well, back to the drawing board. TMOS and More Industries, making the funny just for you.
Welcome back to the Mike O'Mara Show. If you're looking to get your financial future organized, if you don't have life insurance yet, that should be at the top of your list. Fabric by Gerber Life is what you need. With life insurance and other family finance solutions all in one place, Fabric has great policies, like $1 million in coverage for less than $1 a day. It takes less than 10 minutes to apply and then tailor your quote to fit your family's needs. Fabric was specifically designed to give parents like you affordable term life insurance. Plus, Fabric has a 30-day money-back guarantee, and you can cancel at any time. Fabric was designed by parents for parents to help you get a high-quality, surprisingly affordable term life insurance policy in less than 10 minutes. You could be offered coverage instantly with no health exam required. Protect your family today with Fabric by Gerber Life. Apply today in just 10 minutes at meetfabric.com/TMOS. That's meetfabric.com/TMOS, MEET, fabric.com/TMOS. Policies issued by Western Southern Life Assurance Company, not available in certain states. Prices subject to underwriting and health questions. Now, without further ado, let's get right to it.
Sound.
We call this stereophonic sound.
Soundtown.
I hope that this TikTok video was done in jest, but this lady is a good actress if it was, because it seems very sincere. She is a nanny for a family. She's youngish. I'd say she looked like 20, 21 years old. And she has a hard time corralling the kids. And she had this brilliant idea.
The 9-year-old has an iPad, so I tried to call her on it. She didn't have it with her. So the 12-year-old just got his own phone, so I called him, and I was like, go tell your sister, and of course he was annoyed. They need to come up with, like, a phone that's for the whole family that stays in the house, so if you need any person in the house, you can call that phone. Like, it's not one person's number, it's just the whole family. For this phone, let's attach it to a cord, maybe like stick it on the wall so that if there's an emergency, we can always find it. It can't leave the house. If you're like a developer of stuff, reach out because we think it's an awesome idea and maybe a moneymaker.
It's a landline.
Oh my
Or an
God.
intercom.
Yeah, exactly. But she did describe almost
So strange.
perfectly a
Just hear that.
landline. Yeah.
Wow.
And I hope it's a joke. I hope
I
it
don't
is.
think so.
So
Wow.
People are dumb.
Yeah.
We forget the people
I
are
believe
dumb.
that's credible stupidity.
Mike,
right
maybe with a wire. It could
I
hang
don't
on
want
the
to call it
wall.
stupidity. I want to call it ignorance.
Yeah.
She literally has been born and grown up where these don't exist anymore. You know, they're like wooden phones to us.
Mike, ignore the rumors you're hearing. It's not true. Ozzy Osbourne wants you to know he's not dying.
I mean, I looked in a magazine that Ozzy's on his last legs. I'm not dying. Come on, guys. Haven't had it bad enough already? The doctor said to me today, oh, you can tour. It would take another 6 months to get it together, you know. Still in constant pain. I did the best I can to stay away from the pain medication, but there are times when I go, I've got to take something.
Yeah, he's just in constant pain, but he's fine.
He's been in the state for 15 years, right?
Pretty much.
Probably 25. Probably 25 years. The thing is, my body is conditioned to opiates.
Conditioned to
So
what?
it doesn't matter if I take it. I don't know.
Mike,
Yes?
I wish all good things to Savannah Guthrie,
Okay.
who was shuffled off the Today Show set on Tuesday. Now, I'm not even going to get into the fact that Hoda has disappeared and no one knows why.
Oh, I haven't noticed.
Yeah, she's been gone for a few days, and all she does is post on Instagram like things that will boost your mood. Like,
Okay.
but she's gone. But Tuesday's show, Savannah was there at the beginning.
It has been an interesting morning for us. As we said, Savannah left early. She wasn't feeling great, so she took a COVID test. It came back positive. So, of course, as soon as we found out, she rushed home to rest up. So, Savannah, we love you. Wishing you a speedy recovery.
Middle of the show?
Yep.
Wow.
I mean, it's a Brave New World.
It is.
New York.
I wish that it had gone to Al Roker somehow.
Oh, what's going on? I got COVID.
Yeah, here's Al Roker, Mike.
I mean, I looked in a magazine that Ozzy's on his last legs. I'm not dying.
Oh, we got to get out of here,
Oh,
Rob.
we
We're
do.
running late.
Okay, and Mike, I close with this for you. I hope you're okay in Fort Myers because neighborhoods have been affected by egg assailants. I'm sorry. Kids are throwing eggs at cars in Fort Myers.
Bam, bam, bam. Something hit my car, but I didn't know what it was. I thought I hit someone. I pulled over near the country club and looked and saw, and it was eggs. Mostly, I was just worried about what if that had been someone who swerved and hit one of those palm trees. I was a kid, too. We did mischievous things all the time. But you don't sort of think through, what if the person behind the wheel loses control of the car?
I've probably egged houses, toilet papered houses, and done other things. I've never hurt a human or caused any massive damage.
If this happens Friday nights, we might need to have a covert op. We're going to bring them over.
Yeah.
Put their
Might have
camera
an egg
on.
fight.
We'll get some Nerf guns out.
At least none of the cars flipped over.
Got to break a few eggs to make an omelet.
That's all I got.
Sorry.
Mike,
we got to get out of here.
Could have hit that palm tree.
I got a new studio to go supervise, and I got a window replacement going in from where I flipped the car this weekend. We'll be back tomorrow with a brand new episode for Robb, Spewak, and Oscar Santana. Mike O'Mara saying so long, everybody.
Bye-bye.
Ciao, ciao.
Want more? Make sure you check out the Mike O'Mara Bonus Show. Get it at MikeO'MaraShow.com.
Mike O'Mara, radio entertainment.
How did you know all that?
Because I made a podcast.